Okay guys, hey, it's Coach Steve Rao here at PlayBallAcademy.com. What I want to do was show you guys a little video lesson comparing ichiro versus pujols, Albert Pujols. And a lot of people might think by looking at them initially that they have a very different swings, and some aspects are different and some aspects are pretty much the same. And when we take a look at our major league hitters, there's some common things that they all do exactly the same. They all get to a certain point at a certain time. And that's what I want to emphasize here. And the point being of this video lesson is that all these hitters may start out differently and even finish slightly differently. But when it comes down to the point when they're ready to swing the bat and make contact, they all pretty much do the same things over and over, and that makes them great hitters. And again, this is something that is up and down the major league lineups. You know, all these guys do the same types of things, and I'm going to demonstrate that right here. So what we got here is again, Ichiro's on the left hand side, Pujols on the right, and you know, totally different hitters in the respect that Albert Pujols not only can hit for average, but it's extreme power, of course, and Ichiro is more of a base hit types hitter. Slaps the ball, puts the ball in play, tough to strike out. Probably has more. I think he has more 200 hit seasons than anybody in the last 10 years. So, contact hitter versus more of a power hitter. So let's see if there's really any differences, or what do they do that's very similar or alike. So I'm going to get you here into their stance. Now you can see how they're both totally different at this point. Ichiro's more upright, hands right here about shoulder height, and elbows more, well, pretty much down. Pujols is pretty much down with his elbow as well too, but he's much wider opposed to the Ichiro stance, which is very narrow. So let's go ahead to our negative movement, the movement back where they get into like a load position. And you can see how they don't load very much, and that's something that we like to see. You don't need to load the hands 4 or 5 inches. All it is getting the hands kind of cocked and ready to attack the ball. Now again, even at the load position here, the negative movement, Pujols is much wider. Ichiro's stance is still fairly narrow. But one thing that you can see here that they're similar with is that their chin's buried into their front shoulder. So let's go ahead to the toe touch. Now this is the position where all our major leaguers kind of do the same thing. This is the ready position. This is the point where right before the swing starts, and you'll notice a couple things here. One, that now their strides are very similar at this point. You can see the width between their outside of their knees, where the feet are located, and you can see. Look at the hand position. Okay, just off the back shoulder here, just off the back shoulder here, and look at the head buried, the chin buried into the shoulder, buried into the shoulder. They didn't start their rotation yet. That's something that's common among major league hitters at this point. Alright, you don't start the rotation until the heel plant. So here we're at the toe touch, we're at the ready position, and you can see these two hitters that from first glance you think they're totally different, but they're in almost the exact same position, ready to hit the ball. The only slight difference is Pujols has a little bit of a longer swing. You can see the bat angle, and Ichiro's swings a little more compact. So he can probably wait a little bit longer and be a little quicker to the ball because he has that shorter, more compact swing. And of course, that's kind of goes hand in hand with not being tough to strike out. I mean, Ichiro is very tough to strike out. So let's move along here. And the heel plant, as I said, at the heel plant's when we start the rotation. And again, these guys are almost in a very similar position. You can see their bottom half. They're just starting a rotation here, and the weight's starting to shift to the front foot. Moving on, connection, which is when the hands are passing the hip. And even on this video, we're about 1 frame behind, but both these hitters pretty much get their hands and knee in alignment right here. Okay, you can see that running down the pant leg into the knee. And we'll move one more step ahead. This is the bat lag. This is the point when the The bat is facing back towards the catcher, and again, hitters starting to get that stiff front leg. It's something that our major leaguers all get into this position. You got the bent back leg right here, back knee, just like that on both hitters. Okay, the hands are leading. Notice the hands on both these guys. Hands are leading. And the chin's buried down. So let's go ahead and go to contact. And here at our contact position, let me get rid of these marks. Our contact positions, we got the, if you look at the hands, we have the palm up, palm down right here. We have the palm over on Pujols. We have the palm up, palm down as well. Alright, both guys looking down the line, down the barrel of the bat, right at contact. Okay, and again, like I said, the stiff front leg that all our major leaguers hit off of. Now, the one thing that you'll see that Ichiro does, he slides a little bit with his back foot, and Pujols doesn't slide quite as much with the back heel. I'm sorry, the back toe. So we move forward here after contact. Oh, the other thing is that I want to show you is the separation right here. Notice how the hands are above the ball, and we get this gap right here, the separation between the arms. Because then what we're going to finish up with here is full extension. Again, stiff front leg, hands becoming fully extended. Look at the eyes down the line. Eyes down the line, and moving on to the finish. Let me clear some lines out here for you. Moving on to the finish, full extension out of both hitters. Both guys, when they're extending out towards the field of play. You can see the barrel bat going out towards the field of play. And we'll go on to finish number 2 and finish number 3. Notice how they finish. They finish high finish right there, high finish right there. Ichiro holds onto his bat, and Pujols lets it go at this point. And as you can see, if you've ever seen Ichiro hit, you'll notice he gets out of the box very quickly. So at this point, he's already thinking about getting down that baseline, and Pujols is finishing his swing. So you can see that from the point of the toe touch, the ready position, before they start their swing and start their rotation, these guys are almost exactly the same. And where they start doesn't really matter. You get to this point, this position, this is the key position. So when you're coaching your kids, you don't want to be as concerned with the way they start out their swing. It's where are they at the toe touch? Where are they at the ready position? Because if they're not in this position, it's going to be real hard to get to this position, the contact position. Alright, then we're going to have some problems. So that's the point I want to emphasize in this video lesson, and hopefully you enjoyed it and you got something out of this. Thank you.